Cool.
All right. So this is mostly for Kira, so that way he doesn't miss the session. As you guys finish the battle, you will remember that Torvis was making his way to the tunnel and he was on his way out. And High Voice basically told you guys that he was ready for you guys to go back into the tunnel. And then at this point that the arena was going to get cleaned up to be in tip-top shape, so that way when Rufus basically battled, it was at tip-top shape to represent his status. So as you all make your way back to the tunnel and take a moment to catch your breath, you, Paulo or Gregor, are approached by a pair of eccentric Lala twins. They are both decked out in mismatched oil streak outfits, and their rapid, energetic chatter fills the air before they even reach you.
Is one of them red and another blue, and do they speak and finish each other's sentences?
So they come up to you and they say, "Fantastic, fearless fighter, flawless, formidable victors, Tinkerbottom at your service, purveyor of precision, princess of practicality." Her brother, Tonka Tinkerboom, adjusts his monocles and says, "Tonka Tinkerboom, mastermind of mechanics, maestro of magnificent machinery." As he finishes this, Tinka bursts forward. She says, "Glorious Gregor, gallant guardian, we greet you with great gratitude and grand gadgetry." Tonka once again adjusts his slipping monocle and he says, "Valiant victor to be, a veritable vessel of virtue, we venture with a vital vanguard of velocity and versatility." And with a dramatic flourish, Tinka pulls out a sleek, compact grappling hook. Its design intricate with exposed gears and etched runes from her bag, holding it aloft with pride. Tinka holds this up and she says, "We bring you brilliance. Behold the grapple Mark IV, crafted with care, calculator for conquest, a magnificent mechanical marvel for modern mobility." Tonka nods solemnly and he says, "A deft device for daring deeds, designed to defy danger and deliver dramatic descents or ascents. And then Tinka grins and she says, "Your inevitable encounter with that ruffian Rufus requires readiness. Behold, a gadget of genius granting gargantuan greatness in any grapple." At this point, Tonka kind of points to you, Gregor, and he asks you to lean in close.
Okay. I will lean in, but Gregor's brain must be moving at light speed. Like if Tamar and Elias and Ravina are looking at me, I'm like a deer in the headlights at the moment. Do I know these people?
No, you do not know these people at all. But they know
as a
you.
captain of the guard, I've never heard of these people before.
I imagine you look over to Elias, and I was like, "Oh." Like
so, as captain of the guard, you might actually give me a history check, because this
just like a fabled name.
Well, because the thing is these two are pretty okay. So with a 14, you would recognize them as the Tinkerers that are kind of kooky and people don't really pay much attention to them. But you've heard word of their proud, their sort of endurance and endearing at like attempts at solving puzzles and trying to make things easier for the Red Wings.
Right. Okay. So they have they've worked for the king on weird projects, but I have no dealings with that.
No. In fact, I don't even think that they would deal with the king himself, because so far they have they are pretty much kept to their own workshop, and
Got it.
they stick around here to try to help out the Red Wings in a way of
Okay.
sorts.
Okay. Could they have been like some of the and the reason I would have known it, could they have been some of the people that may have assisted in the upkeep or development of our airships that we use?
Um, I think
Or
that
is it way more out there
it's
stuff that
way
we're
more
doing?
out there. These two are not
Okay.
necessarily working for the Red Wings, and as a matter of fact, you'll find out why here shortly.
Okay.
But yeah, for the most part, they're kind of kept to themselves. But they're essentially using this opportunity to be able to talk to you because you're going up against Rufus.
Got it. Okay. So I will lean I won't I'm not even gonna lean down. I'm going to get down on a knee. I'm gonna
Okay.
look them straight in the eyes.
Talk.
And I will say because they look the same.
Yes, pretty much. Like they have different, like they have unmatching
Outfits.
mismatch. Yeah, they have mismatched outfits, but they're identical in terms of their facial
They look
features.
like
They're
twins.
Lala
Because
twins. Yeah.
that's all I wanted to say. I would lean down. I'm gonna thinking on my toes. I'm gonna say, the Tinkerboom twins. I have heard of your prowess.
At that moment when you say that, Tonka gets a little um
Jazzed up. He's ready
yeah,
to
he's ready to go.
go.
But he says, careful, our genius gadget is perfect for perilous predicaments, and it promises precision and power. Tinka, seeing that you guys are talking very close, leans forward and whispers, we try to tempt the Red Wings with our wondrous wares. And their Tonka interrupts, or basically completes the sentence and says, but Rufus the Ridiculous rejects our remarkable repertoire. That reprehensible rascal rejects us. He says his magic mania mocks our marvelous machines. Tinka stomps her foot in frustration, and she starts to pout. And she says he insists on magical malarkey over mechanical mastery. Misguided, miserly man he is. And then Tonka looks at you and he says, but you steadfast sentinel, you see the worth of wondrous works. This hook could heave you higher, give you the height, the edge Rufus doesn't expect. And to demonstrate this, Tonka launches the grappling hook at a rafter, and with a soft whir and a metallic clink, the hook lodges firmly, allowing himself to hoist himself upward with surprising ease. Think like the scene in Mission Impossible, but reverse, where you see a
He's going up.
Lala going upwards in that sort of motion where he's kind of like like arms flailed out, and so you see the Lala going up in that sort of sense instead of going down.
Okay.
And Tinka looks at you, Gregor, and she says, envision it. Elevation, evasion, execution with excellence. Imagine the face of that foolish fighter when you foil him with flair. At this moment, Tonka falls to the ground, grabs the grappling hook, looks over at her sister, and basically they both grab it and they give it to you. They push it towards you with fervor.
Ugh. Okay. I will accept it. Uh, Master Tinkers, you will have to teach me how this works.
And it's at this moment that you have now attained, essentially, I gotta go to the actual item name that we're calling this.
Please let it be like 9 words long.
No, it's actually I don't know. It's basically a harpoon launcher to a certain extent. It's
The
the
Tinka Tonka Tinker Boom Total Tethered Transparent Traipsing
Trapsicorp.
Teetering
Yeah.
Device.
Yes.
over 358 days and a half.
Yeah. Final mix.
Divided by 2.
Final mix.
Divided by 2.
Mix.
Divided by 2. Final mix. Let's go.
Wait, was it 258 or 358?
358 over
Here's
2.
358.
It was 358 over 2.
Yeah, that.
Okay, so they give you this sort of item, and you can call it, if you want to call it that, actually it's perfect, because that way it keeps the alliteration going.
I'm not good at it, but I will
Yeah.
try.
Yeah.
It must have like a acronym name.
The T.
The T.
Hey, Kira's here.
The
Look
T
at this
squared.
Baka fat bitch.
Yeah, sorry.
We were literally recording this like half session because we didn't think you would be here. And now you
Yeah, give me a moment.
You're on your phone.
Yes, I had something to do that made me outside the house. So give me a moment.
Oh,
I'll be back.
Okay.
Just cutting onions.
So you basically now have the harpoon, the grappling hook thing that you had originally.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember your grappling
Okay.
thing?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
And I think it works somewhat the same. So you have make a normal range attack up to 45 feet. If it hits, D4 on hit, where your number is your proficiency modifier. A creature up to one size bigger hit cannot move into any square that is further away from the user of the launcher, but can move towards the user until your next turn. Larger creatures still take damage if hit, but movement is not impaired. If this attack hits, you may, as your action for the turn, allow yourself to be launched toward the target hit by the grappler for a distance up to your movement speed plus 15 feet.
Oh, okay.
You cannot move after this action is taken.
Okay.
The extra velocity of you reeling towards the target at great speed adds a +1 to your attack on the harpoon target, and you do an extra 1d6 damage roll if the attack hits.
Hello.
Oh man. Okay. We're gonna have to write the details down. Is
Yes.
this a special item that you could send to me that I could keep and then add to my character list?
I to be honest with you, Meow made this item.
Oh.
Yes.
It is very similar to the tether bracer that I do have, with
Mhm.
some modifications. The range that it can shoot, not being able to move afterwards, and things like
Can
that.
I
So I don't
can
want to
I
copy paste.
can I suggest something else to it? What if instead of rushing toward the target, you could also do like a strength, opposing strength thing and knock them prone
pull
and
them
pull
to
them
you or
towards
something
you
like that potentially.
and
Yeah.
knock them prone or something like that?
That could work. I'm
That could
okay
be
with
cool.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, are you doing the second mode of said thing or no?
Yes.
Okay.
I am
Okay. So do you
gonna
wanna,
read
like,
this. Yeah, I'm gonna read this thing
Okay, go ahead.
afterwards. Okay.
What?
So you have a bonus action on what is considered the launcher part of it.
Okay.
Because you make a normal range attack up to 30 feet and up to twice per long rest. You can fire a bolus from the wrist launcher, choosing up to one target up to one size bigger than you. If you hit that target, then if you choose to do that, the target must make a dexterity saving throw or have its movement speed reduced to 0 until your next turn. The bolus does a 2d6 damage, and any flying creature up to one size bigger must make a dex saving throw when hit or fall to the ground and be knocked prone.
Oh wow. Oh,
So
that is nasty.
let me send the stat block to you
Yes.
on the chat here. Sorry.
Please and thank you. My goodness.
You still get ready for the fight.
Yes. So what you have missed,
I'm gonna stop
Kira.
streaming because
Oh,
Kira here.
Oh, okay, yeah, he's here. He's here. Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Sienna can do the recap.